Welcome to the Legacy of Pythagoras, a tribute to Pythagoras of Samos. This is a series of 2 videos. The first video outlines the revised Pythagorean theorem, and the second video confirms the revised theorem. Let us look at the spiritual dimension of the theory. I quote from a Greek philosopher, Democritus: "One must learn by this rule, that man is severed from reality, when the two become one." Important background information. Make sure to view our video, The Inconvenient Reality. It is on our website and also on YouTube. It clearly shows that incommensurability is a fallacy, and that accepting the idea that irrational numbers are real numbers makes no sense whatsoever. It is part of the deception imposed on us by our educational system. We have opened a can of worms. Everything that we have been taught now comes into question. The Pythagorean theorem as it stands is a fallacy. It teaches us that irrational numbers are real numbers. Unfortunately, we do not have any of the original writings of Pythagoras. However, we have a great deal of information from his followers, the Pythagorean school, purifier of the soul. We know that Pythagoras saw the study of mathematics as a purifier of the soul. He believed that all things are number. The discovery of irrationals was attributed to the Pythagoreans, but not to Pythagoras. The idea of irrationals was against the grain of his philosophy. He emphasized the unity, order and harmony of the universe. It is time for us to set the record straight. The Pythagorean theorem. Let us look at the theorem as it stands. The sum of the areas generated by the two sides of an isosceles right triangle are equal to the areas generated by the hypotenuse of the triangle. Notice that as a rule there is no mention of surface areas in the definition. The geometric confirmation is self-evident. Just focus on the triangles. Converting area to surface area. Any area without a surface is a meaningless, two-dimensional abstract floating in the air. In order to make the surface area real, we need to add a third dimension. The conversion. Let us now examine how we do the conversion. We add a third dimension to the square by means of the Pythagorean theory. Make the depth equal to 1 unit. Because 1 squared is 1, we therefore just need to add 1 to our squared value. X squared plus 1 squared is x squared plus 1. Our surface area is now x squared plus 1. The slant is removed by moving the brown slice to fill the gap, the brown area, thus making the surface area flat again. Let us now look what happens when we add numbers to our squares. Assume AB is 12 units and AC is 17 units. 12 squared plus 1 plus 12 squared plus 1 is 17 squared plus 1. 145 plus 145 is 290. Our geometric model is now confirmed with actual numbers. Let us now look at the revised theorem. The two-dimensional Pythagorean theorem corrects itself when we apply the third dimension. A squared plus 1 plus b squared plus 1 is c squared plus 1. The 1 gives each surface area a third dimension, depth, making it real. Pythagoras is vindicated. No need for irrational numbers. In our next presentation we will confirm our revised Pythagorean theorem with a practical model. Until then.